Have you ever felt a profound inner shift happening within you? A growing realization that there is more to life than just the physical world you see around you? If so, you may be experiencing a spiritual awakening, a journey of self-discovery that can completely transform how you view yourself and reality itself. This awakening rarely follows a straight path. Instead, it unfolds in a series of stages that you navigate in your own unique way. Today, we'll go through the 6 fundamental stages many people go through on their spiritual awakening journey. As you listen to this, be open-minded and intend to discover and identify which stage you might currently be experiencing on this remarkable inward adventure. Stage 1. The unconsciousness. In this initial stage, you exist almost entirely within the confines of your ego, the part of your mind that creates your personal identity. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape your experience of reality to such an extent that it becomes very difficult to separate your true self from the ego's narrative about who you are. Life feels predetermined, as if on autopilot, leaving you with little sense of conscious control or deeper self-awareness. When in this unconsciousness stage, you tend to react impulsively and emotionally to situations rather than responding with presence and mindfulness. Anger, negativity, and defensiveness arise frequently, fueled by the ego's need to protect itself. Seeing others for who they truly are becomes a major challenge, as your perceptions are filtered through the lens of your personal experiences and preconceived notions about people. A veil of unconsciousness covers the depths of your own being, obscuring any sense of a larger, more profound existence beyond the physical realm. You may find yourself frequently saying things like, "I am angry" or "I am sad," attaching your identity to passing thoughts and emotional states rather than realizing you are the awareness observing those temporary experiences. Your life is lived primarily through unconscious conditioning, old habits, and knee-jerk reactions rather than coming from a place of present consciousness. The unconsciousness stage is characterized by this lack of self-awareness and feeling like life is just something that happens to you rather than something you play an active role in shaping. Stage 2. The ego's death. As you progress along this spiritual inner journey, a seismic inner shift begins to occur. The gradual breaking down and erosion of the ego itself. Known as ego death, this involves the dismantling of the identity, beliefs, and stories that previously defined your sense of self. Long-held ideas about life, God, and the nature of reality itself get stripped away, leaving you with an overwhelming sense of emptiness and detachment in their wake. What emerges from this deconstruction is a separation between your observing self, the true, authentic essence of who you are, and the ego, which you now recognize as merely a constructed facade or mask you had been wearing. You begin to realize that you are not just your thoughts, emotions, or personal histories, but rather the conscious witness observing all of these transient experiences. During this ego death phase, you may feel disoriented, scared, or unbalanced as you exit your old psychological comfort zone. Everything you thought you knew about yourself and reality gets called into question. You experience a kind of an existential crisis. If I'm not my thoughts or my life story, then who am I really? This loss of your old identity can feel deeply destabilizing and unsettling. Yet this letting go of who you think you are is an essential part of spiritual awakening. By shedding your old limiting beliefs about yourself, you finally create an openness to perceiving your deeper, truer nature. While ego death can feel like an extreme disturbance to your psychological equilibrium, it is setting the stage for a radical shift in your perspective that will allow for a much more expansive and profound understanding of the self. Stage 3. The search. Driven by the realizations and inner shakings from your ego death experience, you now find yourself consumed by a burning desire to discover truth and real answers about the nature of your existence. And profound urge grows within to unravel the mysteries of life, who you truly are, why you were born, the meaning and purpose behind existence itself. This propels you into the search phase of your spiritual awakening. During this stage, you feel intensely compelled to explore different spiritual teachings, philosophies, belief systems, and modalities of self-inquiry in hopes of finding something that deeply resonates and provides you with clarity. You become like a spiritual detective, investigating every path you can get your hands on. You may find yourself vividly drawn to read books, watch videos, attend workshops or retreats, join discussion groups, and seek out guidance from spiritual teachers, mentors, or elders. An intense thirst for knowledge takes over as you try to make sense of the profound questions that have surfaced from your ego-death experience. Reading new perspectives suddenly becomes electrifying, as each new insight or teaching that aligns with your evolving awareness brings waves of euphoric liberation. For many, this search expands beyond just intellectual understanding into direct experiences of spiritual practices like meditation, energy work, plant medicine journeys, vision quests, breath work, shadow work, and more. You feel an overwhelming drive to truly embody your realizations on every level: mental, emotional, energetic, and physical. Each small, enlightening experience makes you even hungrier to keep discovering more aspects of your multidimensional nature. Stage 4. Denial and inner conflict. While the quest for truth and expanded awareness can feel immensely vitalizing, it also often leads you into a conflicting period of denial and inner resistance. Part of you feels desperate to believe in and embrace the possibility of higher spiritual truths. Yet the analytical, rational part of your ego mind adamantly refuses to accept anything that cannot be definitively proven or fit into a purely logical and material framework. Intense doubts and skepticisms arise. What if all of these spiritual ideas are just confirmation bias or wishful thinking to avoid the harsh realities of life? How can a benevolent, higher intelligence or divine creator exist when there is so much senseless suffering and evil in the world? If I'm really becoming more awake and aware, why do I still experience so much fear, anger, and inner turmoil at times? This inner tug-of-war between your sincere spiritual yearnings and the cynical resistance of your ego mind can feel incredibly frustrating. You vacillate between moments of profound insight, joy, and connection one moment, only to get pulled back into a swirling spiral of doubt, overthinking, fear, and hesitation the next. A war wages within as conflicting thoughts, emotions, and beliefs all fight for ground. On one hand, you want more than anything to believe in and trust the spiritual realizations you've been having. On the other hand, you're terrified of being deceived or letting go of your grip on the rational material world as you've known it. This back and forth can feel like an intense existential crisis as you struggle to integrate your spiritual experiences into your former belief systems about what is real or possible. While immensely challenging, this phase serves an important purpose in breaking down any remaining limitations and mental barriers imposed by the small, egoic self. By persevering through these intense bouts of resistance and inner conflict, you loosen the ego's restrictive grasp to make space for true transcendence and embodiment of awakened perspectives. Stage 5. Emergence of authenticity. After journeying through the chaos of denial and inner conflict, you finally arrive at a place of profound grounding in your most authentic, undistorted self. This stage is defined by a complete shedding of all forms of pretense, the constructed personas, masks, and conditioned identities you may have been forced to show up in previously. An inability to suppress or betray your truth any longer takes over. Old relationships, jobs, living situations, any part of your outer life that was seriously out of alignment with who you've become at your core, begins falling away, no longer able to be forced or faked. You experience an unshakable honesty about your needs and boundaries. It becomes impossible to keep playing by society's rules or shouldering responsibilities that subjugated your soul's callings. This emergence of radical authenticity often catalyzes major external life changes as you restructure your circumstances to match your newly embodied inner realignment. You stop dimming your light or imprisoning aspects of your true nature. An unflinching courage to live with uncompromising integrity takes over. Yet authenticity also means giving yourself full permission to feel and process all human emotions. Old wounds, traumas, and limiting beliefs stuck in your subconscious now bubble up to be felt, healed, and finally released. You experience a full spectrum of intense emotions as your mind, body, and spirit go through an integration process, adjusting to higher frequencies of truth and wholeness. However unsettling at times, these breakdowns are giving way for what truly matters to break through, your most genuine, unapologetic essence. You feel a profound self-acceptance blossoming within, allowing every part of your humanity while still accessing profound peace. Authenticity is your new anchor. From this place of radical authenticity, you start operating from your soul's core vibration. You relate to others with raw vulnerability, letting your true feelings and needs be known without filter. Masks and personas dissolve in your closest relationships, allowing you to be fully seen and known at the deepest level. An unshakable sense of self-trust and intuitive wisdom begins guiding your decisions and actions. While still human, you approach life from a place of wholeness rather than seeking to fix or change yourself. Each aspect of your being, your gifts, shadows, strengths, flaws, gets integrated and embraced with love. This authenticity allows your true purpose and passion to finally emerge and be fully expressed in the world without apology. Stage 6. A life of alignment. In this culminating phase of the spiritual awakening journey, all aspects of your inner and outer experience start falling into cohesive, graceful alignment. Your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions now flow in resonance with your most authentic self. A gentle sense of self-compassion allows you to lovingly accept your human imperfections without harsh judgment. This profound alignment extends into every area of your life. Your relationships feel grounded in unconditional understanding, patience, and care, both for others' journeys and your own. A deep reverence for the interconnection of all life blossoms. You see yourself in the trees, animals, rivers, and clouds. Your existence as part of the great web of nature, rather than separate from it, becomes self-evident. Rather than rejecting or fighting against any part of the human experience, you open to it all with embracing compassion. The light and dark, joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, you can intimately hold the full spectrum of this existence in your heart. A grand perspective allows you to honor both the beauty and struggles of life as richly textured parts of the great cosmic tapestry. From this elevated vista, you navigate every experience and encounter from a space of presence, surrender, and trust in the perfect unfolding. You know your purpose is simply to embrace, allow, and serve life itself in each passing moment. Dramas, conflicts, and challenges no longer derail or overwhelm you, but become opportunities to embody your spiritual centeredness even more fully. In the life of alignment stage, the spiritual journey itself falls aside as you embody the essence of awakening in this eternal now moment. You feel profoundly at home in your body, at peace with your path, and in loving connection with the sacred mystery of what you are. Each breath and heartbeat become a devotion to the one infinite life dancing through all forms. The spiritual awakening journey, while immensely rewarding, is rarely a neat, linear progression. It involves facing existential breakdowns, deconstructing beliefs, and bravely exploring the vastness of your own consciousness. Yet, those who commit themselves fully to this transformative process are blessed with accessing a more awakened, purposeful, and richly interconnected experience of being. By moving through each phase with openness and resilience, you'll unveil the brilliant depths of your true nature. So which stage resonates most with where you find yourself right now? Wherever you are is perfect. Honor your process, keep walking, and trust that you'll continue awakening into the fullness of your soul's radiant expression, one loving step after another. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned.